Hi everyone, welcome to my channel where learning art is fun. I'm Sarah and today I'm taking on the ballpoint pen challenge and I'm going to attempt to draw Eeyore from the new 2018 Christopher Robin movie, which is out in the UK on the 3rd of August. So if you want to attempt this challenge at home, all you'll need is a ballpoint pen and some sketch paper. Now this may sound like an easy challenge since we've all used ballpoint pens before, but I've never actually done a drawing with one. So before I began, I wanted to try out a few different ideas and styles for colouring in with my ballpoint pen. And as well as trying out different methods for colouring shapes in, I wanted to see if varying the pressure on my pen would change the line weight or width too, so I could come up with a rough plan for my Eeyore drawing. So the first style I tried was hatching, where you use a series of lines either horizontally, vertically, diagonally or all of them to shade in your shape, and varying the distance between the lines can give you a lighter or darker shaded area. The second style I tried was circular movements, as I wanted to try and give Eeyore's fur or hair a bit more of a fluffy texture. This was more what I was after, but it ended up looking a little bit bobbly, more like a sheep than a donkey. So I then tried using a different style again, thinking more about how Eeyore's fur would look. So I opted for more of a V-shaped zigzaggy style like this, but I didn't really think this was what I was going for. So the last style I tried was a little bit looser and a bit more of a random scribble, which I thought would give texture and would be easier and quicker to do on a larger scale. And this is probably a combination of the last two or three even. So I just gave it a little bit more texture and it was easy to add shading and that kind of thing too. So looking at them more simply then, just the hatching method, or the circular movements, or the U shapes, or the scribble. Now of course you'll probably come up with lots of other ideas around this as well, depending on what you're drawing and as much as what you want really. And I did also think at the end, you can see me then just using a purple ballpoint pen, because I did consider doing this, being that Eeyore is sort of bluey purple in colour. But I wasn't too sure, so I did just opt for the black in the end. So now on to the actual shading in, and what I did to start with, I just sort of hand drew, like freehand, a little outline of Eeyore here, just with an HB pencil in a sort of a really light sketch. So you probably think this is cheating, but being that I was going to be focusing on using the different techniques to shade and to colour in Eeyore, I didn't think it was too much of a cheat at least. So my method was, and of course this is not the only method or right or wrong, but the method I used was to go for shading in the darkest areas first. And this meant doing the scribbles quite close together. And I was careful as well to make sure that I left some lighter areas, as well as not doing straight lines across the length of his back, because we want to give that sort of furry, hairy texture. So it was important to leave quite a jagged edge in between his mane and his body. After that I then did the shaded areas under his ear on the right hand side, as well as his eyes and the shading on the left side of his face. So remembering to leave those lighter areas is really important to add contrast and depth to your picture. And it was just a case of going through quite methodically, trying to give the illusion of fur. So it was a bit of trial and error, and I think the main thing that I learned is to sort of build up gradually. So starting off with those darker areas, and then that will give you something to work towards. So making sure then that the other areas I laid down had a nice variety between the darkest and the lightest tones. So the big thing for me with using a ballpoint pen to colour in is that if you make a mistake, obviously it's not easy, or it's pretty difficult to erase it. So it was one of those things that was either going to go well or not, but I think as well, if you're using the sort of the scribble technique, it's quite forgiving, so you can, as long as you don't go too dark too fast, you can kind of rectify some of your mistakes. Now here's a close-up and you can see just how scribbly my pen marks are. So again, it's sort of close up, it might look a bit random, but actually the overall effect, if you stand back, is quite good at the end at least. But even at this stage I wasn't sure whether it was going to work out, but I kept going with it and ended up thinking that it was okay. So I don't know if you've tried this challenge before, or if you've got any tips or techniques for anyone else if you've tried it yourself. And I think again, as usual, I went quite large, so perhaps doing a smaller piece to start with to practice your techniques and try out different methods would have been a good idea, but I tend just to go really large straight away. So I'm gradually building up areas on Eeyore's nose now, and as I said before, making sure that you leave some lighter areas to add contrast, and just making sure that those scribbles are a little bit further apart in the areas that you want to keep light, and the pen marks are closer together in the darker or shadowed areas. I was also thinking about the direction that the fur was moving in. Although it looks quite random, there was a little bit of thought behind it, so I kind of looked at the direction of the fur and the sort of the shadows within the different areas as well, to try and make it look as if his fur was flowing in a certain direction. So it was quite a slow process, but it was quite fun and enjoyable, and I think building up gradually did help you to help me to see what things I still needed to do. And I had a couple of breaks in between, and coming back with fresh eyes also help you see where you need to sort of improve, darken up areas, or perhaps add a bit more texture. So the other thing that I wanted to mention in today's video quickly was that I'm thinking of having a new schedule for videos, and I'm thinking of doing it more like a theme a month. So there's roughly sort of 4 weeks in a month. I was thinking perhaps doing one challenge a month, one easy drawing tutorial, one stain painting based on all the same theme, and then maybe to end the month a fan art, which could be in any medium, so paint, pencil, crayon, whatever. So let me know even what you think of that idea. Do you like the idea of having a theme each month, and within that theme having a little bit of consistency by still doing tutorials, challenges, stain painting and that kind of thing? Because I think this would be a really good idea to kind of cover all the bases and get lots of variety into the channel, but still sticking to a theme. So all the videos for that month will link together. But just drop us a comment in the box below. I'd like to know your opinions on that. Now, when I did the eyes, I did make sure to leave the whites of the eyes so there was some reflection as well. So that's just something to bear in mind when you're doing areas like that, because you want them to look a little bit shiny. So once I'd filled the whole area in, it was then just time to add a few more shaded areas and give a bit more shape to certainly the areas around his eyes, and a little bit more shading around the underside of his nose. And at least if you build up, you don't go too dark too fast. I'm not sure, I could probably have left a few more lighter areas. Perhaps I got a bit happy with my scribbling But I think, generally speaking, I had a load of fun doing this challenge. It didn't actually take me that long, it only took about an hour and a half in the end. And as I said, it was a lot of fun. So I might even be doing a similar challenge, perhaps with gel pens or something like that, and looking at the different techniques and styles that I can use for that. So let me know if that's something that you'd like to see on this channel. And also let me know what you thought of this video. How do you think it turned out, and do you think it would be something that you'd try yourself, or maybe you have done? And I'd like to know how you get on. So I'm just coming up to the end now, and just to point out that, as you can see on the little book that EEYORE's leaning on, I did do just some of the straight line hatching, which was quite a nice contrast to add for that as well. So I kind of mixed up all the different styles that I talked about in the end as I got a little bit more confident. So I hope you enjoyed this video. Join us for the next one, and here's a few more videos you might not have seen that you'd like to see. Don't forget to like, comment and subscribe to my channel, and I'll see you in the next one. Bye!